Initially, I started looking at the Hudson River School painters and started researching and thinking about kind of being really interested in the ideas that they were talking about in relation to, or the relationship between God, nature, and the individual, and kind of this intense kind of relationship that I really wanted to kind of shift its weight and think about the significance of the individual and kind of allow that, like my presence and the multiplicity of my presence within these spaces to both overwhelm the space as a way of shifting that kind of weight, and also integrate myself into it as well and become part of nature. So a lot of it kind of relates back to thinking about those ideas of purity and sacrificing selfhood, kind of seeing a link between that and my upbringing, growing up in a very conservative Christian household and wanting to renegotiate my relationship with those ideas by kind of placing myself within these. So when I first started this project, I had the intention of going to very specific spaces the Hudson River School were painting from. So using their reference, their locations, but then also thinking about kind of going out into other locations as well, allowing myself to kind of not completely, but slightly sever that tie as a way of exploring myself and exploring the landscape. More the grand American landscape became more important than the actual locations themselves. Initially, it was just the large sizes, but once I was traveling, there were so many like tiny little intimate moments that I couldn't get on a large scale, and I really wanted to capture that. And so that's how kind of the tiny ones were born. The large ones sometimes can be overwhelming. There's so many things, and it's fun to kind of like find the different interactions that may not pop out initially. Whereas with the little ones, it's like, it's just this kind of small little moment. There's a lot happening in the works. There's a lot of reasons why I'm doing very specific things. But ultimately, what I want to come across is that sense of play and exploration. A big part of it, even though there is this kind of this weight, this background to the work, it is ultimately kind of this exploration of myself and the landscape. So I think I want that kind of playfulness and kind of joy to come across more than anything.